Jumoja Audio, radio, podcasts, and news. Why Indians are being killed or says being sent to the oceans by their security guards in Uganda.
The mystery over an Indian's murder in Uganda by a security guard is deepening further.
Why Indians are always being murdered by their security guards in Uganda. If you notice, white people and Chinese, they are never killed by their security guards because they always treat their security guards really good and always treat them like a family. On the other hand, if you see Indians, they always treat their security guards really bad because the Indians moved to Uganda with a caste system mentality of racism. They always treat their security guards who have guns as an outcast, not as a family. The Indians always underpay their own security guards. The Indians always scam their security guards. Like, for example, of recent, an Indian was taken out by a Ugandan police officer. The Indian said racial slurs, racial words towards a police officer and scammed the police officer. When the police officer came to complain to him, the Indian was arrogant and abused him. And the security guard, the police officer, decided to take out the Indian. Of recent this week, an Indian was taken out by his security guard. And an Indian was an engineer from India, but he mistreated his security guard. This is properly documented by everybody who knew this security guard. He was very frustrated working for an Indian because the Indian used racial words towards him, underpaid him, and the Indian also treated him like an outcast, always abusing him. Always, I'm using an example. If you see Chinese, the Chinese treat their security guards always really good, like a family. Same applies to Europeans who come to Uganda to visit. They always treat their security guards who have guns like a family. That's why you see security guards always guard white and Asian people really good because they feel like this is a family. It treats me good. It pays me better. It gives me a better tip. Indians never do that. Their racist caste system they come with in Africa. They don't understand here is a different place. You don't go with that racist caste mindset, especially to a person holding a gun. You understand? Another thing people don't talk about is Indians, their stingy nature, their racism. Many people are not talking about this. You understand? Indians come here, I don't know, their arrogancy because of their caste system. I'll talk about this. You know, I right now I'll say to Opio, the police, the military guard who was having this this Indian engineer. I'll say let him rest in peace. I don't support what he did, but it's a lesson for Indians. The same thing to a police officer who unlived an Indian. I'll say him in his justice. He was arrested, he's in jail right now, but I'm gonna start campaigning for justice for the police officer. I don't support the act he did, but I want him to get justice because the Indians scammed him of money and used racial words towards that police officer. He snapped and was defending himself. What lessons are Indians going to learn from this? You Indians, it starts with you. Your caste mentality system needs to end in India. Don't carry it to Africa. Don't carry it to Europe. Don't carry it to other parts of the world because you will be unlived. You understand? Right now, every Ugandan knows the caste racist mindset of Indians. You understand? So, for me, like, I'm going to start campaigning for justice for Abwiri, a police officer who took out an Indian loan officer because the Indian used racial slurs and scammed him of his money. You understand? I don't support what the police officer did, but I understand his frustration when a person is using racial slurs towards you and stole your money. You understand? Indians, please leave your caste system mentality, racism mind in India. Don't carry it in Africa because this is going to go on a rise, being attacked. What's your take on this? leave a comment and subscribe.